What's going on, everybody? So today we're going to do something kind of fun. We go to Colorado a couple times a year and we teach people how to wind pickups. And I thought, we should kind of give you a taste or a glimpse into what that is like. So today we are going to teach someone who has never wound a pickup before how to wind a pickup. We're going to see how it goes, and I think it's going to be kind of fun. But I'm going to give you try to give you some of the experience of how that sort of goes when you come out to Texas Toast when we do these classes, and maybe if we offer these in the future in other places. So anyway, yeah, this is going to be kind of fun. Okay, so this is my daughter, Brianna. Have you ever wound a pickup before?
No.
No?
No.
No. So we are going to have an experiment today, and we're going to see if we can successfully teach Brianna how to wind a pickup, because she's never done it before. And this is going to kind of give you an idea, of what we do with these things when we teach people. So we have a P90 bobbin set up on the thing, and I'm going to just show you. I'm just going to put this camera on this tripod, and I'm going to show you some very basic things. So obviously this is very easy to break because it's 42 gauge. Take that and just break that.
Whoa.
Right? So super easy to break. So when you're doing this, we're not really pulling on the wire. We're just guiding it. There has to be some tension on it. Otherwise, what happens is the bobbin will blow up into this huge, it'll get all puffy on here and it won't work. When you look at a completed bobbin, you can see how it's supposed to look. Mm-hmm. First of all, you want to make sure that your feet are away from everything on the floor. Mm-hmm. Okay? Because this thing...
it spins all kinds of crazy when it unwinds.
Mm-hmm. It's like a balloon, sort of. See how the wire comes over the top of this? Mm-hmm. About 45 degrees. Mm-hmm. And the reason the distance between the winder and the edge of the desk is here is because I like to rest my hand on it. Okay. And I use this first little slot in my finger. I don't put it out. I don't hold it with my fingertips out here, and I don't hold it way in here. Mm-hmm. I hold it in the first slot, your first little line on your finger. Yeah, because it gives you sort of a guide. And then you want to make sure that you put your hand underneath it, because remember that wire is coming up and going back and forth like this, so it sort of keeps it within your hand. And you hold it at a 45-degree angle or so, because if you're going underneath too far, then that pulls it tight and it causes a problem. Of course, if you lift up, then it can go all over the place, right? Mm-hmm. So it has to stay within those guides. So 45 degrees, just some tension, and this is the gas, right? And all we would do, and all I want you to do, is just crack this open, and I just want you to feel it, okay? Going through your fingers. Don't worry so much about guiding it onto there. Mm-hmm. We'll get to that. Okay, but I just want you to feel really cracked, super easy. I want you to just feel it going through your fingers and see what it feels like. And then what I want you to do is just wind real slow like that until because when you sit in the chair, you want to be comfortable, because you're going to be here for, 10, 12 minutes at a time, right? So you need to be comfortable. So if you're all in a weird position, you know what I mean? You don't want to be uncomfortable and then have to move and all that. Anytime you need to adjust position, stop it first, adjust your position, figure it out, then start up again, and just go real slow and see if you can get that to go through your fingers. We'll worry about speed later. Okay. Usually when I, for example, the guys that I do when we do these courses, they wind at about that speed. Okay? Mm-hmm. I wind at this speed. Right? You'll get there someday if this is something that you want to do. But at first, just guide the wire on there safely. we'll worry about that first. What I do is I use the side of the table to guide it, my hand, like to have my hand laying on there, and just see what happens. This might be a problem, so just stuff it in your sleeve. Because you know what I mean, because of the way the wire comes around. There you go.
I have 2 wrists.
Oh, you do have 2 wrists. That's true too.
Okay. And then just
crack the gas just a tiny bit. There you go. Now just get a feel for how it sits in your hand.
Mm-hmm. It's like itty bitty baby fishing line.
Yep. And you'll want to guide it back and forth. The ultimate goal is to get it to lay in the coil. Oops. Is to get it to lay in the coil nice and even. And this is why I teach you on a P90, because it's so narrow. Because you don't want it, see like this coil sitting here, you don't want it super coned on both sides. Mm-hmm. You're going so slow that it probably doesn't matter, but and I'm going to give you a little tip. Mm-hmm. As you sit here, because you just did it, we have a tendency to continue to move further and further away. You want to keep this. You want to go ahead and stop. You want to keep that.
So you want to keep it right here. Ish.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so as you sit there, everybody does it. This is like something that every guy that I've ever taught do this. You're actually the first girl. Well, Mom tried it. Mom wanted to pick up once. But, so I say every guy because it's supposed to. But everybody has a tendency to, as time goes, to lean back a little. Mm-hmm. So stay in that one spot and like lock it in. That's why I use the table to lock the corner in. When we do these classes, I actually tape the winder to the table so it stays in one spot so that you can, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that distance right there is super sweet. And if you lean back, then you'll probably break the wire because you'll lose control of the tension.
Gotcha. Okay.
So go ahead and get comfortable again and try it again. There you go. Cool. Now go ahead and speed up a little bit more, because sometimes adding some speed will help because it will settle it down. Because it inherently gives you a little bit of tension, and it feels better as it goes through your hand. It might be might jump around a little if you're going really slow. And see how as you traverse back and forth, how it's kind of notching and jumping. Mm-hmm. As you go faster, that'll start to go away because that tension will be more even. Mm-hmm. And what you want to be conscious of is when that wire is flapping around down there, that it doesn't come outside your hand. Like you don't want it to get behind your hand because it'll snag up. Gotcha. All right, crank it up one more. Give it to like 5 or 7.
No, 5 or 7.
There you go. Now notice you're leaning your hand back.
Yeah, I see it.
See that?
So can you adjust it while you wind it? Ish?
I can. Whether you can or not, that's a question. We'll see.
We'll find out when the thing stops moving.
And let's look at what we got going here. So it's a little bit loose. It's not terrible. Mm-hmm. But you're also going pretty slow. So as you go faster, that'll tighten up. Okay. So as we go through because we got 6,000 winds to go here, let's try to speed you up some. See how it sort of tightens up? Mm-hmm. Looks really good, yo.
Thanks. I had no idea how I was gonna look.
It's good. I mean, obviously we have some practicing to do to get it consistent, but I think your first one's gonna work.
Sweet. I mean, that's the goal, right?
Well, you know, this is can be a difficult thing to learn, but dude, that looks really good. That looks really, really good. Later on, we'll put wires on it and we'll measure it. We'll check the inductance and all the stuff, and then we'll check it against some stuff that I've made and some stuff that your brother's made. But this looks really good, really impressive. Well, I would have to say that went pretty well. She did really good. She picked it up very, very quickly, and you know, most people do pick that up very quickly. So in the kind of workshops that we do, you don't just stop with just winding the coil. Obviously, that's a P90, so you're going to assemble all the parts. You're going to put the magnets on the bottom. We're going to polarize the magnet. I'm going to show you how to magnetize the magnets. We're going to assemble everything, and of course, we're going to wax pot them all, because usually when we do these workshops these days, they're part of a bigger class where you're actually building a whole guitar. So the pickup will be totally functional by the time you get done with it. We just showed you kind of the winding part today. But that whole kind of talking through hand positions and tension and all that kind of stuff, it's kind of part of it. That's what we do. And for those of you that have been to this, you know that that's a very similar experience to what you see when you come to one of these things. So it's kind of fun to teach somebody who's never done it before. I think we've taught, like, I want to say 40 people to do this so far. And it's something that's really cool, and it's just a neat skill. Maybe you'll never, ever do it again. You know, and obviously I could say, oh, you should go and sign up for one of these. I think most of them are sold out for 2023. I think there might be only a couple spots left. So this isn't really so much about that as much as it is, this is one of these black art things that people just don't, I don't know, they think it's some weird, I don't know. We're going to learn how to do it in a day. Is she going to be super consistent and amazing the first day? Well, truth is yes, because she's amazing. But is everybody? No. But you know what? At least you understand how to do it. Kind of get the basics of it. It's kind of interesting. I just wanted to share the experience with you. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, the like button, and all the things you do when you normally watch a YouTube video. And we will see you in the next video. If you have questions about this kind of stuff, put it in the comments below, and I'll try to maybe incorporate it in an upcoming video if you're interested in this pickup winding stuff, because it's kind of fun. Well, it's really fun. Thanks for hanging out.